Hello there guys, it's James here. This is going to be a different type of video. This is going to be an experiment. I've created a custom database where Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur all have 50 years of transfer embargo and £1.5 billion of debt. Basically, I'm going to go through every 5 years, just seeing how they will progress down the league tables. I did a quick experiment with a 20-year embargo and £500 million of debt. Didn't go as well as I hoped. Tottenham did go down to League 2, but neither of the other 5 teams went below the Championship, and Manchester United didn't fall out of the Premier League. And once the 20-year embargo finished, all 5 teams progressed, or 5 of the 6 teams progressed straight up into the Premier League. And Manchester United won the league in 2051, and Arsenal got Champions League football after finishing 4th. So quickly here, I'm just going to show you what has actually happened. See here, Arsenal, for example, transfer embargo until 2066, and a loan debt of 2.12 billion. So I've added 1.5 billion to the debt for Arsenal. Chelsea, 1.8 billion of debt. Liverpool, 2.1 billion in debt. Manchester City, 1.8 million in debt. Manchester United, hang on a minute, that doesn't seem to be right, just double check. Unless they've somehow already paid off the debt. This could be awkward. Clubs. Oh, whoops, I need to load the database. Following charts 2. Club search by name. Man United. England. Debts. Oh, the debt's there. For some reason it's not showing. If I quickly show you, add source, maybe it's window capture, editor, yeah, I think that's it. Okay, there you go. So Manchester United have got a debt. So the supporters for failing financially. I guess the background to this is that the FA have got sick of the domination of the 6 sides, and they've punished them. So the supporters are unhappy. You see, they're 1.5 billion in debt, 15% interest rate, so it's much higher than the 0.25 we did in the original test. Yeah, so that's that. If we just get rid of the editor, back to Football Manager, and finally Tottenham, who, well, they've paid off the debt as well somehow. Transfer ban until 2066. So I'm going to start off unemployed, and we're going to holiday 5 years into the future. Don't expect anything to have changed. Nothing changed first time around. Basically this is a test of the youth academies, because they're the only way of the teams getting players. So I will see you in 5 years. Hey guys, welcome back. 5 years down the track, so let's have a look and see what's happened in the Barclays Premier League. 5 years, just a reminder. 1.5 billion in debt and a 50-year transfer embargo. So after the first season, Arsenal were champions, and as you can see, West Ham seeking the top three. City, Chelsea, Liverpool, all up there, so not too much of a shock. Second season, again, still up there. Nothing too interesting there. Season 3, the 2018-2019 season, Man United with champions. Tottenham, City, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Liverpool just trailing once again. 2019-2020, Manchester United again champions. Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United, and Liverpool just dropping off a little. And the latest season, 2021. United 3 times champions. Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City dropping off. Liverpool down to 14th. So possibly a little drop off already. We'll just go through the teams and see transfers, players that have left the club. Obviously this seemed to have improved Manchester United in terms of transfers each year. First year, Marouane Fellaini went to Guangzhou. Carrick retired second season. Varela sold to Bournemouth for 3.4. Antonio Valencia for 1.4 to Marseille. So Zlatan has still not retired. Schweinsteiger. Regan Paul leaves the club for 325k. Yanzai leaves the club on a free. Ashley Young on a free, and Schweinsteiger on a free. Yanzai is at West Brom, and Zlatan still hasn't retired. Retires after the 2019-2020 season and is now assistant manager. Did he actually play in the 2019? No, he retired after the 2018-2019 season. Borthwick Jackson leaving to Norwich for 2.5 million, rising to 3.8. Axel Tuan Sebe for 4.5, and Taylor Warren to Crystal Palace for 425,000. Andreas Pereira for 5.75 to Dynamo Kiev. Alex, jeez, he must be a region. No. Okay. He is gone to Bristol City for 525,000. Shaw Williams to LA Galaxy for 600k. That's interesting. A young English centre back going to America. And Lee O'Connor going to Brighton for 475,000. Indy Boonen on a free. So none of the big players have left. Tottenham. Go back to start. Nothing. Vincent Janssen, the young striker, or mid-aged striker, going to Leicester for £17.25 million. 2018-2019. Kazay Sterling going to Aston Villa for 1.1. Jan Vertonghen going to Watford for 2.7 million. Niku Nudu going to Hamburg for 3.2 million. Humphreys for 245. Kyle Walker-Peters, 3.25 million. Michael Vaughan retiring. There's nothing really there either. Go back and have a look. Arsenal. Just a little drop off there. Transfer wise. Carl Jenkinson going to West Brom for £5.25 million. Joel Campbell to Villarreal for £8.75 million. Mertesacker leaving the club on free. Picked up by Roma and then went back to Schalke. See, nothing really there. Theo Molcott, Debussy, both leaving on freeze. Dragomir, nothing interesting there. Jeff Rane, Adelaide. Starts at Arsenal, leaves to go to PSG for almost £25 million. Peter Cech retires, so who is Arsenal's keeper? Well, I don't actually have one. Chesney's back there. He's on a long-term contract, so they've taken a step back. They haven't brought anyone through the youth ranks. That's going to be the interesting thing. If they don't bring any young goalkeepers through, it could be interesting to see how they survive without a decent keeper. That could be what happened to Tottenham. They just didn't develop after Lloris left the club. There was no young keeper coming through good enough to replace him. Manchester City. Stevan Jokovic went to Inter Milan for £12.5 million. Rulli leaving the club for $6 million. That's interesting. I would have thought they would try to keep on to the young Argentine goalkeeper. Willie Cabello retires the next year. Aaron Moy leaves to Lyon for £6.25 million. Mari, I'm not sure. They don't have the actual release. Let's see. He didn't play any games. Huddersfield. Okay. Sorry. Barker. Brandon Barker leaves for $1 million. Bursat Selena for $750,000. Nothing really there. No big transfers. Nicholas Otamendi to AS Monaco for up to £5 million. Fernando for up to 1.2. And this guy here, the Ukrainian, purchased for £3 million in the 2016-2017 season, goes to Ajax for up to £3 million. And Kevin De Bruyne, the latest to leave the Etihad for up to £53 million. Kevin De Bruyne, the 30-year-old Belgian. That's an interesting transfer because unless they've got someone coming through, they really are risking the club going back. I mean, it's not like they really need to make money unless their finances are still rich, and they must have somebody coming through. Otherwise they wouldn't take a big risk in getting rid of the Belgian. If we have a look. Welsh guy, maybe he's got potential. Maybe that's the guy that they're hoping would. But he's a striker. um, well, I've got some kids coming through. Richard Hayes. Maybe they're hoping to train him in as a centre mid. Other than that, it's an interesting decision to get rid of De Bruyne, unless he wanted to leave. And finally, Liverpool. Liverpool. What have they been up to? Klopp's not there. Nothing first season. Second season, Bogdan leaves the club. No real shocks there. Danny Ings leaving to go to Sunderland for up to £7.75 million. Joe Gomez to West Brom for up to £17 million. Andre Wisdom for 1.3, so they're making some sales. Ryan Kent to Newcastle for 13.75 million. He's already gone to Everton. That's interesting. Wonder how they'll greet him. Danny Ward for 2.3 million. Pedro Sevilla 2.5. So really, there's nothing too shocking at the minute. We will probably move on. Adam Lana, James Milner, Shea Ojo all leaving the club on freeze. We weren't able to re-sign them. LA Galaxy for Adam Lallana. James Milner, he's at LA Galaxy as well. Shea Ojo has gone to Sheffield United. Obviously hasn't developed quite nicely as Liverpool would have liked. Daniel Sturridge leaves the club on a free transfer. The 31-year-old is still a free agent. Simon Mignolet is on a free transfer as well. So, Liverpool lineup. Karius is still there. Coutinho is unhappy as well. And Firmino both want to be playing in the Champions League. So, I think that's going to be about it for this episode. We'll quickly have a look at the Champions Cup and see if anything's happened there. In terms of winners, United in 2017-2018, so went straight from not having it. Jose is doing a good job there. Pogba captain, Daily Blind still the club. Hot prospect there. Obviously can't see anything. Yeah, rich transfer ban. Alrighty, so we'll come back 5 years time and we shall have a look and see if anything's changed. So yeah, we'll go say goodbye now and see you in the next episode where we'll do 5 years time. Goodbye for now.